Alright, I think we're live on YouTube. This is a different time, so people are chiming in differently. Hey Anthony, how you going, mate? Hope you're having a good day. Wednesday today. It's a overcast day, but it's still a beautiful day because today we are we're launching or reopening ICOgoldrush, and very excited about that. So I'm just gonna go over a few things today. A little bit about Genesis mining, and also ICOgoldrush. I'll finish off at the end. You guys can get a 5% discount code. Hi Daniel, how you going, mate? So with Genesis mining, I made a post yesterday when they launched pre-sale BTC contracts, which is live, which is selling like crazy. And it's not, you're not going to get the hash power payout till the 15th of March next year. Now, long term, this is a good investment. Like, you know, it's still a good investment, even though you have to wait a while. All right. Hey, Sandish Moon. So someone send Sandish Moon the link. All right. You think you most probably talk about ICOgoldrush, right? Yeah. Okay. So you can find someone that is an affiliate for ICOgoldrush, or you can just go to ICOgoldrush.net. It's up to you. All right. But if someone's connected to you, Sandish, and is in the course, I recommend you purchase through their link if they've helped you. All right. So I do want to say those people that purchased like Genesis mining contracts, it's still a good deal, right? It is a good deal. Like you're gonna have to wait till next year, and that's the only thing why I didn't buy it. I don't want to wait. I don't want to. I don't want my money tied up because I can flip that money. So personally, for myself, I could take that money and just flip it multiple times into like ICOs, and get the return faster. And even then, I mean, Bitcoin's rumored to hit say 12,000 by March next year. Cliff High said that Bitcoin could hit 15,000 by March, April next year, which is almost double the value right now. But you're not going to get. It's going to take you about 7 to 8 months to get your investment back with Genesis, and then a further 7 months to get to make double your money. Whereas if you just held, you could double your money by March instead of waiting 14 to 16 months to double your money, and then have to wait additional 4 months till March. So you could be waiting 21 months to get your to double your money with Genesis mining, whereas if you just hodl now till March, you could double your money. All right, so 4 months to double your money hodling on BTC, or about 20 to 21 months buying BTC contracts. The only difference that the buying the BTC contracts has is you're buying into it, and then you're going to get your daily payments, and you can compound that, plus it's a residual income. So if you don't mind waiting, I mean, it's still a good deal. Like my Genesis mining payout is going up and up and up and up, and I haven't bought any contracts because I don't want to buy the pre-sale. It's too long to wait. But as BTC rises, so does your I mean, it's all relative to the difficulty, but so will your payout. So you just say you've got 100 terabytes of BTC SHA-256. In a year's time, if that 100 terabytes of contract is paying you out I don't know, $1 a day per terahash. That's $100 a day. In 12 months' time, you know, that same amount of terahash could be paying you $300 a day or $400 a day. And as BTC increases and increases and increases, it's all relative to the difficulty, but you know, you're still getting that amount of BTC, that hash power, right? So it's still mining roughly the same, and the difficulty will go up, but what that BTC is worth makes the difference. And your fiat payout will be more and more and more and more, right? So, you know, you might have 100 terabytes of mining power now, but in 2020 you could be making $1,000 a day, but you haven't put any more money in. So that's really powerful with Genesis mining. So you have to weigh it up. Do you want to wait, or do you want to buy the hash power? So I do want to say to those people that use my Genesis code, I do appreciate it. You know, it means a lot. It means a lot to me because, you know, I haven't bought any contracts for a while, and then we had the issue with the when they got hacked, and then the systems weren't back online. They had to build their back end, and then they sold out, and then all these other companies were coming on or were using their services, which depleted their basically their supply, and now they're having to build data centers. They can't build them fast enough, so there hasn't been BTC contracts available like to purchase immediately and get paid out in 48 hours for a long time, and I just don't want my money tied up. But when I start buying BTC contracts again, I've still got those people on my list, so I haven't forgotten about you. It's just, I just don't feel that waiting 4 months is a good deal. But long term, you know, for you guys that want a passive income, I mean, it's an absolute good deal for those who are getting passive income. But I mean, I'm already earning passive income, so I don't need it. You know what I mean? So yeah, it just depends on the person and the situation you're in. All right. Hey Tommy, what's going on, man? So guys, I mean, we smashed it. We smashed it with Power Ledger, guys. You know, like if you were bought in at the ICO stage at you know 8 cents, 8.8 cents, whatever, right? You're just going to be laughing on the way to the bank, because there's more partnerships that are coming up with Power Ledger, and every time they have a new partnership, every time they release new news, the price just continues. People, just more investors keep on coming on board, and now at 65 cents, it's still chicken feed, right? So, you know, let's just say you put, well, personally, I put 6,000 into Power Ledger, okay, but let's just say you put $1,000 into Power Ledger, and you bought it at 8 cents, which cost you $800, which is nothing, right? Now, if Power Ledger goes to $6, you know, which is going to take a while. Like, we're talking long term here, guys. You know, we're not. I think it can go to $1. You know, it could even go to $1 by end of December. It's only the 22nd now. End of November. It's only the 22nd now. I mean, that's like a 10x. That's like an 11x for me, right? But if it goes to, let's just say if it goes to $3, divided by 0.088, I bought it at 8.8. That's a 34x. If it goes to $3, that's a 34x. You know, if I would have held on it didn't sell, that's 34 times 6,000. That's 100 and something, 180,000, something like that. But then if it goes to, let's see, $6, right? At 8 cents divided by 0.088, that's a 68 times 800. So if you put $800, if you bought $800 worth of 1,000 Power Ledger at the ICO price, you spent $800. And if it goes to $6, you get $54,545 back. Now, to me, that's a freaking good deal, right? We just smashed it with Power Ledger, man. We just absolutely knocked it out of the park with Power Ledger. many of the members in ICOgoldrush, you know, we were watching this one for a while, and even though it had $1 billion total market cap, total supply, it's still a huge project. So you're looking at 227 market cap, and if you go to coin market cap, which tends and likes to advertise scam programs, but anyway, it's each to their own, right? So you know, we're looking at 227. Power Ledger's sitting down here, right? Power Ledger's sitting at 32. If it does a 10x from now and goes to $6, you know, we're looking at a 2 billion market cap. So it's going to put, like, you know, just, you know, it's gonna have to reach the top 10 to get to $6, right? It's gonna have to just nudge Nem out and probably sit under Monero. So it's got to get in the top 10 to get to $6. Now, will that happen? I don't know. I mean, because everything's all relative, right? Because everything's going to move up. As Power Ledger moves up, so will these other ones here. So, but yeah, at $3, it's going to be very, very hard for me not to sell at $3. You know, it's going to be seriously hard. I'm just going to, like, I can just take the money now. But Power Ledger, we knocked it out of the park, man. We smashed Power Ledger. Power Ledger's home run, all the way to the bank with Power Ledger. And obviously, if you bought ICOgoldrush, you would have got into that. Okay. And I got into this one just recently. In fact, I got into it yesterday. I did a post here on now the reason why I knew this is going to be good, like, I got in at 7 cents. It's now 12.8 cents. It was 13 cents before I started this, so it's dropped a little bit. So I mean, I'm almost doubling my money in 24 hours. Not quite yet if I sold, right? But what happened with QuantStamp was this. I wouldn't have told you guys about QuantStamp. I mean, there's other people that have gone to QuantStamp, but you know, you wouldn't have heard it from me. The only reason why I told you about QuantStamp because I went into the ICO and my KYC process didn't get advertised. It didn't get what's the word? It didn't get approved in time, and when I like, it was at 96.5%. I had to reapply, and my second application got approved. I'm like, oh, what the hell's going on? So, because there was so many people buying this, and then as soon as I got the email, I didn't actually check that email for 3 hours, and then by the time I went to buy it, it was already finished because this sold out in, like, within less than 24 hours. So what I did was I looked at it at the it went on Ether Delta, and I picked it up for 7 cents. Now I believe the pre-sale people would have got it cheaper, but or the private sale people, but the main sale people, I think it was 10 cents. So I got it. I was lucky, but the only reason why I was lucky to get it was because, you know, idiotic whales dumped. I mean, why would you dump on QuantStamp? You know what I mean? They're just greedy. They want to get, okay, maybe if they've invested 100 grand, they want to get back, you know, 20 grand. They want to get back 120 grand, so they want to risk their money. I can understand that, but I really don't understand why whales buy into it and then make 10% profit and then dump. I don't know. Maybe they're just traders. They're used to getting the being the trader. You know, they're happy with 10%, but I would not be happy with 10% because it's a huge project, right? So I bought into, and that's why I put it on my wall, because, you know, let you guys know about it, because I bought in after the ICO. So I bought in at 10 Ether and at 7 cents. So now it's 12 cents, 12.8 cents, nearly 13 cents. So I've nearly made my money back in 24 hours. This is a 10x in my opinion, right? Go to quantstamp.com and you study it, right? this is an A rating ICO. This is like the top, one of the top ICOs of 2017, right? So this is all about security. This is all about auditing, and cybersecurity is a big deal, right? We just saw Tether got hacked for 30 million or $31 million, right? So cybersecurity is a big deal, and QuantStamp's like you know, right up there to help B2B businesses. So take a look at that. I mean, it's still a good buy in my opinion. It's now 13 cents. I think this will go to $1 very soon, and then, you know, I'll probably, yeah, it's going to be very hard not to sell it. It's going to be very hard not to sell it, because I don't know. I mean, this could be going to like $2 or $3. This could go to $3. You know, it's going to be very tempting not to sell it. Even when it hits $1, divided by 0.07, you know, that's a 14x. 14x times 3,550. Yeah, that's, if it goes to $1, that's like $50,000. Nearly $51,000 return. Yeah, it's going to be very hard for me not to sell it at $1. You know, I mean, I'm just like, fuck, you know. But anyway, if it goes to $2 or $3, you know, man. So I'm happy about QuantStamp, even though I didn't pick it up at the ICO. I still think it's a good deal. Right now, buy it on Binance. You know, I told many people, there's many people messaging me and they told me these people are not in ICOgoldrush. But when I told them about Power Ledger, right? I told them that I was doing Power Ledger after Power Ledger launched, right? The ICO finished for Power Ledger, and I said to people I bought Power Ledger, and then they went and bought Power Ledger, and then they made money. They're like 2x already. And then I told people about QuantStamp, and then they went and bought it as well. You know what I mean? And they're not even in the ICOgoldrush course. But just think about that for a second. There's already 2 winners. Like, yeah, this is stuff that I'm announcing. I haven't even told you guys about what I haven't bought. What I have bought, but I haven't told you. Right? So, but not only that, I mean, you're going to get, like, the most cutting edge information when you get in ICOgoldrush. Like, in 2017, we're just going to blow this out of the freaking water, man. We are going to blow this out of the water. And, you know, this is your opportunity to basically take your piece of the pie of ICOs. Because ICOs, we see nothing yet. You've seen nothing yet when it comes to ICOs. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Ennis, what's going on, man? Oh, man. What's going on with my paying ads, mate? It stopped paying in April, dude. Where you been? They ran out of money, Luke, and basically they stopped paying, and they've got to relaunch a couple of other sites, which they haven't done, to pay back the refunds. So it hasn't, you know, it hasn't come about. So I personally think that it's not going to happen, Luke, and it's a shame, because my paying ads was at the #1, and they just didn't innovate, right? They didn't innovate. They had a lot of money. They could have got into mining. They could have got into ICOs or other things and seen the future, but they didn't. And they just basically ran out of money, right? Because rev shares aren't sustainable. So they're not paying, Luke, and they haven't paid since April, mate. So, you know, I made a post about this the other day that I'll be making $250,000 per month if they were still paying. And they're not, which is disappointing. It's very disappointing. But then again, you know, you look at why it's happened, and sometimes you think it's a bad situation, and you know, obviously, you know, I lost a lot of money, potential money, but you know, I would have never discovered ICOs, right? And who knows where we can take ICOs. Like, it's literally, it's crazy. It's the amount of money that whales are making with ICOs, I mean, it's ridiculous, right? You know, these people are dropping 50 to 100 grand, getting in on the pre-sale, right? So they're getting they're getting their tokens half the price of you're getting, and then they're just offloading or they're holding. You know what I mean? They're always going to make money, always. So it takes money to make money. The more money you have, the more money you can make, right? It's just that plain and simple. It takes money to make money. So yeah, that's the deal with that, Luke. Unfortunately, Universal ICO Pro Power to Achieve asked me. I had a look at this, but I mean, I haven't gone in depth with it. So yeah, I really can't give you something like analysis about it. But yeah, I believe it's like a trading cryptocurrency or something. Maybe it's another one. Maybe it's another. I'm not sure. But yeah, it looks interesting. I'll have to have a look at the token metrics. They've raised 17 million already. Wow, holy cow. Oh yeah, yeah. I guess it's not really that cheap. I thought this was 1 cent, and I thought this was 12 cents. It's still cheap, yeah, still cheap. Yeah, you've got to look at the metrics on it, mate, because the metrics is important, and then you know, I just look at the metrics. Depends on how you look at it. But I look at the metrics, then I look at the team, and then I look at everything else. But yeah, if the metrics aren't good and the team doesn't stack up, there's a lot of things that you need to consider, right? But I have looked at it before, but I just haven't looked in depth. That's all. It's come on my radar, something like that. I think these guys are Russian. I'm not sure. I'll have to have a look at it. So yeah, I can't really tell you. Proactive, yeah. Okay, it's called the Russian, and the dev team has big names. Well, I'll have to have a look into it. And that's universa.io. Do you know the token count? Do you know the token supply? So they're going to App Store. Alright, okay, so we got, I mean, he's on everything, right? Well, if John McPhee's like putting his name on this, then you know these guys are pretty like credible, right? Because John McPhee's not going to put his name to it otherwise. Alright, okay, I'll have to look into this one. $14 billion. Oh man, nah. That's a pass for me, man. No, I won't go into an ICO into 14 billion. If it's got a total supply of 14 billion, it's an automatic pass for me, man. Maybe I might look at this one later down the track. But yeah, I mean 14 billion is just, it's ridiculous. Maybe this one might be for down the road when it gets on the exchanges. All right, so because there's a lot of things to look at it. You got to look at how much they sold, you know, how far they're going down the road, what exchanges. You know, there's that window of gap where it's of uncertainty, and I just don't think that just looking at the token metrics, just like, well, 14 billion, there's no way I'd go into it. But it could be something later on. Okay, so I'm not writing it off. But yeah, thanks for your input anyway. Appreciate that. So that's the coupon code. The coupon code, right? It's to the moon with double O. To the moon. TOOTHEMOON. And if you type in that at a checkout, obviously you can't check out now because the course it's not live. Like there's no checkout button, okay? But when the checkout button does go live, you'll be able to pay for the course. All right, and I recommend you pay with Dash, Litecoin, or Bcash, because Bitcoin's going to slug you with probably a $30 fee. You know, it's if you've already got it converted, then it's cheaper to go Litecoin or Dash or Bitcoin Cash. And you get instant access to the course. Use the coupon code and you get 5% off. It's about $50. It's not much, but you know, it's something, right? Hey Jamal, what's going on, man? Yeah, that's that, right? And I might even do another live stream tonight just to let you guys know when it opens. Plus we got many stuff, a lot more coming with the course. All right, so this is just, like I said, this is just the beginning. We're looking at doing a smart contract pooling, which is something that's going to require a little bit more time, and you know, we can all collectively get into the ICO without anyone having to, you know, it's basically going to be trustless. You just send Ether to a contract, and once we buy into the ICO, it just distributes all the funds automatically. So there's nothing to do. Nothing's done manually. It's just everyone gets their tokens. All right, simple as that. So that's coming. We've got a lot of things coming for ICOgoldrush. I mean, I made a couple of other purchases today of ICOs, and I'm just going to continue to buy ICOs as I just keep on buying them, right? So I start flipping them. Now with QuantStamp, if it goes to a 10x, I might sell some of it off, take the profit, and then just leave, like, you know, 5 or 10,000 tokens just to ride till it gets to, like, you know, $3 or whatever or beyond. And same with Power Ledger. You know, if it gets to $1, I'm going to be very tempted to sell, because you know, I bought in at the 8.8 cents, so that's 11x. You know, I mean, just 11x profit, man. That's good. But then maybe leave some later for down the road, you know, for later, you know, like till the end of 2018. So that's what I'm going to do with both of these. You know, I think I'm going to take the profit, because it's going to be very hard to knock back 10x or 12x or 11x. It's going to be very hard to knock that back. So that's with those things. Plus we've got many more ICOs coming through the mix. So I've got them all lined up, like a conveyor belt. You know, a couple of Ether in this, 5 Ether in that, 10 Ether into that, 5 Ether into this, flip that, sell that, buy some more ICOs, and then as we move forward into 2018, I'm going to be flipping them and buying them like literally every day, you know. But it takes time for you to build up your cash reserves and to build up your ICO portfolio, okay? So it's not going to happen overnight. You just have to be patient with it, right? Stay plugged in with the community, get on these live streams, stay engaged, spend at least half an hour or more in the Slack group, because people dropped all the nuggets there, and understand everything, learn something, understand everything, and know that you're making an investment in yourself, right? You're not investing in these scam programs. And then once you start building your cash reserves up, you know, you start to get 10, 15, 20 Ether, 30 Ether, 50 Ether, then, you know, you start to go a little bit bigger, right? And then once you start flipping them more, then, you know, you get up to 100 Ether, 150, 200 Ether. You know, once you're at that level, you know, you're making bank. You know, you're making bank, but you just got to flip. You got to get down nitty gritty and find these power ledgers and find these quant stamps, right? And flip them, to get into the next one. But you got to do the work, guys. You got to, I mean, my portfolio is it's all visible there, but then you got to engage with the Slack community, and I mean, basically everything's going to be there for you to succeed, because all the resources in the ICOgoldrush and in the Slack group, and you know, people post stuff all the time, every single day, new ICOs, what they think, you know, what could potentially, how much they could potentially make, news, so much news, everything. So everything's there for you to be successful. You just got to apply yourself, and that's the biggest hurdle I see with people that are not as successful online. They haven't applied themselves. They don't take it seriously enough. Yeah. I think I saw news on that. I'm not chasing Electronium. You know, it's something that I never got into anyway, and I just don't think it's strong enough. And there's plenty of ICOs that are better than Electronium, and I'd rather invest my money into that. So all this new stuff and all that sort of stuff, I mean, if it happens, yeah, great. But the thing with these ICOs is these people that run them, they gotta follow through. And if they don't follow through, they don't develop the project and constantly keep in touch with their community and do all these things that they say they're going to do, and meet their targets on the roadmap. If they don't do that, the project's going to fall away, you know. So there's a lot has to come together. But then when you look at things like a QuantStamp or a Power Ledger, there's several big ones as well coming up, which I've invested in already, which are going to be big as well. Like, they're going to be a 10x. I'm just counting them. I'm just counting off my fingers now. There's at least 4 more. You can see my fingers. There's at least 4 more I can see that are going to be a 10x in my portfolio. They're just marinating at the moment. All right. So, I mean, not all the time it works out, but yeah, you just, I mean, you're not going to get 100% success rate. Even myself, I've not got 100% success rate. But as you keep on buying ICOs, you learn more and more and more, and you will hit these Power Ledgers and QuantStamps, right? You will hit them, and you'll have good, really big wins. But you're gonna, like, it's always the 80-20 rule, right? No matter how much you research, no matter how much you do due diligence, there's still that factor that on the other end that you know, it could fall away, or the team doesn't fulfill the roadmap, and you know, other things happen. That will happen. That's life, right? But you know, you still, just because that has happened or that may happen, doesn't stop you from, like, learning as much as you can to get on these winners. And then once you build your portfolio up, you know, you're going to get to a point where you're going to have a lot of money there that you can then, you know, once you got like 100 ether that you're playing with, like, just say you've got 100 ether or 200 ether that you're playing with a month, it just becomes, you're at a different level. You know what I mean? You're at a different level, and you know, you're starting to put 20 or 30 ether in per ICO, and you're being very, very selective in what you go in, and then you find that you're just through experience and repetition that, you know, your closing ratios will begin to increase, your winning ratios will begin to increase. But when you first start off, you know, you don't have as much experience. You're gonna have to learn the ropes, but you're still getting that huge head start because you're getting all the information, and you got the community there to back you up, right? As opposed to trying to do it alone. If you're trying to do this alone, like, man, I would, it's going to be a long big learning curve for you guys if you try to do this alone. I would definitely struggle myself if I was trying to do it alone. All right, so that's what it is. at the end of the day, you know, it really is up to you and the time that you put into it, and you're going to see the rewards, all right, if you put in the time. It's that simple, right? So without going any too further, I'm just gonna end the live stream, and I might do another one live tonight. When we go live with ICOgoldrush, when we reopen, I'll let you guys know. We're adding more stuff to the affiliate side of it, more banners and all that sort of stuff's coming along. And every person, which I didn't mention in the email, I would have sent an email off like, you know, an hour ago with the coupon code. But when ICOgoldrush opens, you can use that coupon code. But when you become a member, you can promote it, and you get 50%. You get 50% of 1,099. So about $550 per sale. So that's just another incentive on top of all the other things that you get within the course. All right. You can also make some money with it. And I know a lot of people are wanting to get this educational material. Yeah, absolutely. The goal is to become a whale. You know what I mean? Absolutely. You know, when you're playing with, you know, 50 to 100 grand in ICOs, you only got a 10x one. I mean, think about the whales on QStamp or the whales with Power Ledger, right? These people would have put in 100 grand with Power Ledger or 100 grand with QStamp, and they're going to 10x. They're going to 10x. Well, they're just about 10x Power Ledger. I mean, it actually did go to. I think it went to 75 cents at one stage. So that, you know, you're getting close to 10xing it, dude. You're talking about 100 grand, and then you're talking about 10xing that. That's like $1 million in, you know, within a short space of time. You know, you put in the QuantStamp. You know, I bought in at 7 cents. It's let's see what this thing is now. There you go. It's 13 cents now. It's 13.4 cents. I've nearly doubled my money on QuantStamp. But think about this. There's whales that would have put in 100 grand, right? And they would have doubled their money. QuantStamp's only like 48 hours old. They would have got 100 grand in 48 hours, right? And they would have got it cheaper than 7 cents. They probably would have got it for 5 cents. Right, so it's 13 cents now. They can just go to Binance now and click a button and make 100 grand. Like, where are you going to find that? Where are you going to, I mean, ICOs, I mean, I thought rev shares and I thought building programs and all that sort of stuff's good. Like, yeah, okay, it is good, but it's long term, and it's you know, there's a lot of effort to put into it to get the return. There's nothing I know unless you just go to the casino or win the lotto, but that's not going to happen. You go to the casino, that's high risk, you know, 50-50 chance. There's nothing I know online that you can make money faster than ICOs, period. Right? There's nothing I know faster. And then when you're playing at this level, you know, you're playing at Power Ledger level, you're playing at freaking QuantStamp, where these whales are dropping in 100 grand, right? And they're making back like doubling their money, and then they're just exiting. They're just like, yeah, okay, whatever. I'll just get into the next one, right? You know, or they're 10xing their money. They're like $1 million. That's the level I want to get to, right? And you can do that with multiple ICOs, guys. Multiple ICOs, not just one. Multiple ICOs. So you just got to think it won't take you long to get there, but you gotta do the research first, do the hard yards first to get a couple of these winners under your belt to get your cash flow up. And then when a real big one like QuantStamp comes along, or Power Ledger come on, you go all in. You know what I mean? And that's how you get to that 7-figure level very, very fast. You know, you can do it within 6 months. So that's what I'm talking about. Hands down, ICOs are like, they're like right now where they're at is like, you know, I can't think of anything that can make money faster. we're really, really lucky. And the many people are getting into ICOs because of that, right? So next year is going to be massive for ICOs. So with that said, guys, I'm going to keep on watching Quantstamp. Damn, I'm like I'm already 13.40 up. So I bought this at 7 cents. I already made nearly 10 ether on this. If I cash out right now, so I'm going to keep on watching this. I want Quantstamp to go to $1. I think you can get to $1, right? And that'll give me if it goes to $1, it'll give me, I'll tell you exactly how much it'll give me. $1 divided by 0.07, 14.2x times 3,350. If this goes to $1, which I think it can go to $1 by the end of December, and I cash out, it's going to give me $50,714, and I invested 3,550. So in my opinion, this is going to $1, right? So if it goes to $1, I don't know, it's going to be very, very hard for me to not cash out. It's going to be very, very hard. It's like 50 grand, you know, but that's what I'm saying, right? I want to get to that level where I'm playing with 100 grand. They come in with a real big ICO, I can dump 50 to 100 grand into it, you know, 10x that, you know. So I'm personally myself, I'm still working my way up there. Look, I'm definitely not there at the moment. I'm not a whale, but I'm working my way up there, and I want everyone in the course to be, you know, to get to that level, be a whale. But you got to know what you're doing. You got to know all the inner secrets. You got to know what's happening in the space. You got to know all this, all the back doors, man. You know, most people have no clue what's happening. You got to get with the program, right? Because you're losing money by not knowing this information. And the sooner you get this information, the sooner you're going to know all these backdoor deals that are happening, right? With ICOs, there's a lot of backdoor deals happening, man. You got to get with the program. So, in my opinion, $1,099 is still chicken feed to what you can potentially make in 2018, right? People have thrown 5, 10, 15, 20 grand at rev shares, at investment programs, at buying investment packs, right? And then they look at the price of $1,099. I think they say that's too much, right? And I think that's, you know, I just think that's, in a way, that's quite funny, you know, because I know that what they put in something like a rev share, they would have they spent 10 times that amount, right? Okay, so just think of it. You just got to look at it differently. So with that said, guys, I'll see you guys later on tonight. I'm going to do another rev share there, and just go to ICOgoldrush Power to Achieve, and there you go. So Ralph says after 2 months, ICOgoldrush has already doubled his money, right? So fantastic, Ralph. That's good to hear. That's Ralph's a student in ICOgoldrush, okay? And Danny's got the option too as well to promote it, and I believe you're going to promote it as well, Ralph. Get some of those extra funds in, you know. So you being part of the community with ICOgoldrush, you can promote it. You know, you get, even if you just get I'm going to show you how to get those sales in. Just get an extra, you know, just say 1 sale a week. There's an extra $550 a week. Put that into ICOs and build your portfolio. There's an extra 2,000. What's that? 2,000. That's another 2,100 a month that you can put into ICOs and try to double that. You know, there's an extra 4,000. Double that. There's an extra 8,000. Double that. There's an extra 16,000. All right. It doesn't take long. Just need to keep on, stay focused, put in the work, and it's all going to pay off. Right. Everything pays off. We have more control over ICOs than anything. Not like these other programs that we've done in the past. We have no control over them. With ICOs, at least the satisfaction is this. Hey, if you're going to lose your money, you did it on your own. If you're going to win, if you're going to make the money, you did it on your own. But either way, whether it's you lose or you win, you still do it on your own. Right? How does Genesis mining work? Just go to their site. All right. You buy you buy hash power. The hash power is going to return you so much per day. It's an automated payment. You get paid every day. The more hash power you have, the more money you make. Simple as that. However, the problem with Genesis mining is that they've sold out at the moment. Okay, they've got a pre-sale on now. I don't even know if that's sold out. That will sold out very quick, but that won't start till March 2018. So you can buy Ethereum contracts, which only go for 2 years. The BTC contract is open-ended. All right, so that's how it works. You just buy the contract. You set up your account, put your BTC contract, BTC address in, Litecoin, Ethereum address, whatever, and you get paid every day. That's it. When you buy into the contract, if it's available straight away, you gotta wait 24 hours for it to mine it, then another 24 hours to process. You get paid within 48 hours every day. There's nothing to do, Victor. Simple as that. Genesis Mining are one of the biggest mining companies in the world. Just go on YouTube and research them. If you want to use my promo code, there it is above. I recommend BTC, but you won't get it till March. Ethereum is the next best option. So with that said, guys, I'm going to shut it down. I'll see you guys. I guess I'll see you guys tonight. I'll do another live stream when we're live, and people can ask questions then. Yeah, this one's already gone for 47 minutes. Sometimes we just keep on talking. Yeah. BTC contracts open again. Yes. Mining starts in March. Yep. Still a good deal. Still a good deal. If long term, it's still a good deal. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys tonight. Okay, at 6 p.m. Bangkok time, which is in about 5 hours time. That's when we launch ICOgoldrush. I look forward to seeing you there, seeing you inside. And 2007 is going to be massive for ICOs. We're going to make some serious money, like we already banked with Power Ledger. We're going to bank with Q-Stamp, right? Well, that's not actually an ICO I got into, but that's just something I threw out there for you guys. I think that's going to 10x. And we're going to make some serious money in 2018, all right? So I highly recommend you put the money into learning yourself and not into these programs which are only going to screw you over. Learn some education, get involved in the community, and you're just going to move forward after that, okay? But you got to put in the work, okay? So with that said, thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you guys tonight.